Hi, friends. Well, hi to, 0 of you so far. I know you guys will show up. Drink some water. There's one person. Who is it? I'm always in suspense as to who the first person's going to be. Oh, and 2 likes. Yay! 9 people. Hi, Tony Lynn. Hi, Ronaldo. How are you guys doing? Are you having a wild and crazy Friday night? I'm going to watch a movie with the family in a while or something. Um, oh my gosh. Whew. This is moving kind of fast. Hi, Lily, Teresa, Little P, baby. Got Cody, Big Mac Sam, TKU God. It's going pretty good. I walked about 3 miles today, so I'm feeling proud about that. I've been meaning to make a video about the healthy living challenge I'm doing. I've done 2 of those before, and this one's a little bit different. So the first one, there was a miles competition for bonus points, and it got completely out of control. And the next time, our leader put a cap of 25 miles a week on it, but that was still a lot. So I basically had to walk like 4 miles a day, and I wasn't always able to do that, and so then I had to make up for it other days. So this time there's no miles competition, and I can just do like an average of a mile a day. So one of the things we're doing for bonus points is if we go like 52 point something miles over the next 8 weeks, I think that gives us 3 points or something. So we have partners, and I don't know if there's an individual reward this time or if it's just for your team of 2 people. Anyway, and I'm having one of my better health days today, so I'm really happy about that and grateful. Let's say hi to more people. Hi, Victoria, Lynn, Greg, Heather. Heather kicks in the door because she's a moderator, and she takes care of the perverts and other people who come on to remind me that I'm overweight. I don't know if you noticed that or not. Um, Martha, hi. Hi, Jen. So in this challenge, we make 5 goals for ourselves. Uh, so there's different categories. We each make a food goal, exercise goal, a spiritual goal, and then the other 2 goals can be like any category that we want. It can be relationship stuff. It can be going without internet for a certain amount of time or social media. It's all based off of what we need to do to improve ourselves, make our lives better. So I'm really liking this challenge a lot. And last time I did so many miles, like I went 200 miles over 8 weeks. I was too exhausted to clean or cook or anything. So my exercise goal is nonstop active cleaning for 30 minutes, 5 days a week. I decided to give myself a buffer in case I get really sick and it becomes impossible. But it's great because um, it's like forcing myself to push through all of the difficulties I'm having, and my house is getting cleaner. Um, Still plenty to clean in this house, and there always will be because there's constantly people making messes. But sometimes I find I'll clean for 30 minutes and then I'm not really done with what I planned on doing. So last Saturday, I cleaned my kitchen for like 4 hours, like hand washing everything. I cleaned the microwave, I cleaned the toaster, just everything. Hey, Betty. And then one of the harder goals is so mornings are my worst time. That's usually when I'm in the fetal position for hours in pain. So I decided no matter what, I'm going to get up with Carmen at 7 a.m. and spend time with her before she goes to school. So I decided I'll just go be in pain downstairs. Um, and it's going okay so far. I'm just a lot more tired, and I'm nervous about oversleeping, so I've actually been getting up at 6:30, and then I try to chase my boys to get hugs from them, and one of them has started hugging me willingly, and the other one's still like running for his life. Um, I'll get him eventually. He's just really fast. Okay, let's say hi to more people. Hi, Betty. Hi, Georgiana. Hi, Terry. Terry's here to ban people too. Sensei. I said hi to Big Mac, right? Hi, Service Dog Lydia. Heather says, gasps. Healthy living backs out of room slowly. Oh, and I'm only having treat day a week. So that's challenging because, you know, going off sugar, withdrawal. So I'm just eating more fruit at first, but it actually didn't take as long to adjust this time. I've gone months before without desserts, but then my family thinks I'm a drag. So it'd be good to keep this habit of just looking forward to a treat day. Okay. So okay, I said hi to Victoria, I think. Say la vie, good to see you. Hi, Lucy. I have a lot of new subscribers, and it's so exciting. Okay, so the title of the video. Sometimes when I've gone quiet, I'm still working behind the scenes. I'm chatting with a dumb scammer. Oh, how do you say your name? Ravine? Ravina? Sorry. Can I call you Rav? I'm just going to call you Rav. Hi, John Harrison. All right. So I was talking to this this romance scammer on Instagram, and at first things were just kind of normal, and I talked about my husband Jim. If you guys aren't familiar with my Dating Steve Mills videos, that was a scammer I talked to for 4 months as I waited for Instagram to ban him. I'm still getting notices from Instagram for people I reported in October. I can't believe it's taken them that long. So, anyway, and I had, so Jim, my pretend husband Jim, the one I left Steve for, he's actually a teddy bear, but Irene is maybe a bit on the crazy side and thinks that the teddy bear is a real person. So the scammer started reading through my profile more and says, your Jim, who you've been talking about, is just a common doll, and starts being really rude about how I'm crazy, and he can knock the crazy out of my brain by giving me something. And he just starts saying really disgusting things. And then, so I got him banned, and we had already exchanged email addresses. And he's really annoyed right now because I got the notice from Instagram that he was banned. And then I emailed him and said, oh no, Instagram banned you. I'm so sad. And then I told him that Jim laughed. And he was really, really annoyed about this. And he said, I wasn't banned. I deactivated my account because of crazy women like you. And, I have the proof that he was banned. So if you guys want to make a decoy account and contact Paul the Scammer, I think that would be really entertaining. So I thought we could talk about some ideas of things that you could email him to really annoy him. Oh, hi, Laura. Thanks for being a new subscriber. Oh, hi, Barbara. That California Hicks, CA Hicks, good to see you. Hi, Caroline. I never have to do this much scrolling. Oh, there's 37 people here. Hi, Cynthia. Yes, I do go live, but I don't do live scammer phone calls because I need a smartphone and I need the app to keep, changing my phone number and how it appears to scammers. So when I call them with my burner phone, it shows up as a person named Kelly, and so I don't want to be like live and then they say that person's full name. So hey, Rev. uh Wait, what's horrible? Oh, I feel like I missed something. Something about a filthy little man. Oh, wait. You're talking about the scammer. All right. So I thought you were like talking amongst yourselves about some disgusting man. Um, so, if everyone would email Paul the scammer and just clog up his inbox so it becomes useless to him, I think that would be hilarious. And pose at first as someone that he may be talking to elsewhere. Like the subject could be from your lover or hello dream man, that kind of thing, and then eventually mention something about him being banned and how funny that is. And I'll see if he suspects that I directed anyone his way. Okay, do you guys have something to write down his email address with? I'll wait for a little bit. And so Greg, I'm hoping by next year I'll be able to get a smartphone. I just don't have funds for that bill at this time. And next year, my daughter will be in kindergarten. And for the first time, I'm going to have the house to myself for hours. So I also get nervous about her giving any information that I don't want the whole world to hear, where we live and that kind of thing. Hi, lady peeps. OJAS. Do I call you Ojas? Hi, Teflon. Hi, Sharon. Marsha. I'm so glad you guys are enjoying my channel. I had a huge surge in views last month and I couldn't even believe it, and it caused me to keep checking my analytics obsessively because I wanted to see what the highest point that it got to was. So I don't know what happened. For some reason my most popular video was on people's recommended page, and I went from I think under 5,000 views in 48 hours to 150,000 views in 48 hours. that that was amazing because we needed to pay off our trip to Utah, and we still need to. And I've cut back on piano lessons a lot because of my health, and so that should help. No, John, we don't have the blinds fixed. It's probably never going to happen. I thought about that today, actually, John, and I thought, if I went up there myself and tried to take the blinds down, what are the chances it would crash on my computer monitor? So, yeah. Okay, are you guys ready to write down Paul's email address? It is Paul Anderson, Anderson, 2040 at gmail.com. So, let's torment this guy. He's really gross. Oh, it made me laugh so hard when he kept denying that he'd been banned from Instagram. And I loved telling him that I was the one that caused it. He's such a turd. He's so gross. And if I make a video about our conversation, it's going to be like, blah, 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 blah. Redacted, 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 redacted. That's how gross he is. And I'm working on a Patreon only video right now, actually. I don't remember. I think it's 10-ish minutes long. I'm kind of sensitive to what I upload. I mean, it's not like super bad or anything, but my kids sometimes are telling their friends, hey, go subscribe to my mom's channel. So, yeah, I'm protective of the children. Except for, stuff that's about my deranged little boy. I don't know if you guys saw my video. Let's see, something about the scammer being ready to be my son's new daddy. Yes, Paul Anderson 2040 at gmail.com. Exactly. And at one point when I was talking to, quote, Paul, I said to him, I'm going to have to censor this conversation a lot. And he didn't know what I was talking about. But one thing he was mad about was he saw on Irene's page that I had posted snippets of conversations with scammers. And so he said, are you going to post our conversation? Shane, he wasn't sending any photos or anything. He was just making really, really nasty comments. Really gross. It's good to see you, Shane. Hi, Joanna. I'm sorry if I've missed anyone. Cindy. Wait, Cindy, are you saying you had a stroke? Cindy wrote, hey, I make at live with you, I stoke. I can write some. I tried me and love. If you had a stroke, Cindy, I'm so sorry. My grandpa had a stroke when I was little, and it was pretty devastating. You like my big cup of water? Well, these hold 32 ounces, about. And my water goal during this challenge is 64 ounces a day, which I normally do a lot more than that. But with my weird health issues, I was having a hard time drinking water because of pain. But I'm doing really decent today, and I've already had 64 ounces, and just keep working on more. Okay, bye, John. Maybe we'll see you later. I'm not going to be on here too long. Thanks, Ojus. Ojus says, when scammers ask for your email, give them pause. Exactly. Sometimes with scammers, when they ask me, like the IRS scammers, what my phone number is, I'll give them another scammer's phone number. That's one of my favorite tactics. Heather, that's a lot of Diet Coke. Hi, Cindy Mangum. Is it Mangum? Mangum? Oh, Cindy Duran says yes. Okay. Cindy, I'm so sorry you went through that, but I'm very glad that you're still with us. And I hope you make a full recovery. I have a friend who had a very bad stroke and she's actually walking again, and it didn't look very promising, but she's very determined. And I actually got her on video walking in the hallway for the first time, and she actually took some steps on her own while holding onto the railing, and she was just like asking me to send it to all her family and everything because she was so happy about it. And she's like told me so many times, she's please drink enough water. Dehydration is a factor with this, and please keep an eye on your blood pressure. And she just really wants to help everyone avoid going what she was. I think she was driving when it happened, and had just left her son's house. Hi, little Mew maid. It's good to see you too. Shane, that is not his real name. This is a Nigerian scammer. So, Paul Anderson's not his real name. Um, he denies being from Nigeria, even though his English is really bad. What was funny was he was telling me he appreciates my calmedness. Oh man, it's funny they think their English is so good, but it's so bad. Thanks for all the likes, everyone. Well, 32 likes. Heather, your seizure was calmed by or caused by dehydration. Oh, little piece. I hope your relative recovers quickly. Um, my aunt who passed away, has it been 3 years now? She had lupus, and that caused all sorts of problems, and she had several strokes. Um, but when she recovered for the most part, she decided she wanted piano lessons, and she took them in secret so that she could play Happy Birthday for her husband on his next birthday. And then when I moved into the same town that she was living in, um, I ended up giving her piano lessons, and she kind of would see things flipped, like the notes were just kind of mixed up to her sometimes. But she actually did very well considering. But sometimes she couldn't tell when she was making mistakes or that she was playing the chord like over and over again, and she would say, "There, I played that perfectly." And she was totally serious too. I felt like she was just paying me to sit there and listen so that she would not take any correction. Oh, little Mew Maid, are you talking to me? Me and my family? Sometimes I have a hard time seeing if you guys are talking to each other or to me. um, Pretty good. I got my diagnosis, and it's the same thing I was diagnosed with 20 years ago. It was just a extra nasty episode, I guess, and I was prescribed a steroid, and at first I was all excited, like, ooh, medicine that might help. But then the pharmacist gave it to me and said, you have to be really careful not to get a cold with this. So if you need to wear a mask because it weakens my immune system, and I'm much more likely to get an infection. So I'm not feeling as bad as I was. And when I got home with the meds, my son was developing a nasty cold. So I decided I'm not going to start this right now. Oh, I'm sitting on the most uncomfortable chair in the world. um, anyway, I already maxed out my deductible, and they charged me $5 for the medication. Um, and then the pharmacist told me normally $1,400. So if I had to take that for a long period of time, that would not be affordable um, after a while, and I would be maxing out our deductible every year. So I'm like weighing the pros and cons right now of taking the medication, but I feel like I might finally be going into remission on my own, which I've been doing for over 20 years. I've been waiting these flare-ups out every time without any medication to help me. So, yeah, it's been absolutely exhausting. Um, yeah, I hate to speak too soon and declare that I'm going into remission, but right now it kind of feels like I am. Um, and I was reading that the disease I have can prevent you from absorbing nutrients, and that's how I've been suspecting that just based on the way I feel. So I'm looking forward to absorbing nutrients again. And no one's actually done any labs to see what my iron is or anything, but yeah, I think I should just go get some basic labs and figure out what I'm low on. I'm sure I'm probably low on vitamin D. Yes, Rav, my medication is 1400. I have a friend who has Crohn's disease, and I'm really grateful I don't have Crohn's. She has to take something called Stellara, every 8 weeks, and that is $23,000 a dose. Obscene, huh? I think she has decent insurance though, but I'm betting her insurance probably fought her on that. Oh, thank you, Shane. Yeah, a couple Saturdays ago, I, um, my husband was laughing about this. I said, I'm sore from hoeing for so long yesterday, and he giggles. Yeah, our garden bed was a mess, and I was nervous that the HOA was gonna get on our case, and our neighbor's house still needs to be sold. So, someone had made an offer, and then after the inspection and everything, it fell through, supposedly because of financing. So I'd really love for someone to buy our neighbor's house, although he did move out finally. Hi, MK. Oh, you have Ehlers, probably saying that wrong. Danlos syndrome. Is that when joints become dislocated and that sort of thing? Like I have a friend whose daughter has that, and they've been wanting a special wheelchair called an Ogo because it goes on all terrain like sand, and she's always wanted to go to the beach and be on the sand. Um, and she also likes to help around the farm. But if she walks too much, will become dislocated, and they'll find her hiding somewhere in pain. Rav, you're asking, may I send you Reiki? What does that mean? Twice a day at 3:33. What is Reiki? Oh, and Shane, singing's going well. I've been practicing a lot of piano lately because I was going to play for a friend, but hoping to do more singing. Choir rehearsal has started up again. So Toronto has a musical baiter, Rebecca Hennessy, specializing on CRA scammers. That sounds cool. And she's on YouTube. Oh, Joanna, I'm sorry you have lupus. Hi, Jim. Jim says, tried helping a woman age 62. She cashed $850,000 in oil stocks and sent to online scammer. Oh my gosh, no. Claimed she was in love. She knew he was a scammer but did it anyway. Why? And then she had to pay taxes on the $850,000. Oh my gosh, that makes me want to barf. Hi, Erica. You're welcome for the laughs. I didn't think that many people would find my hairdryer video funny, but they did. um, and then the video after that, my most recent, I got like 2,000 views on that in 24 hours, and that's like a record for me. Oh, wow, I had 42 people in here and 42 likes. That's really awesome. Thank you. It seems like my views take every time I go live. I don't know why. Like after the fact, all of a sudden, my overall views. MK, I'm so sorry you have that. I have a form of colitis, and like it's not terminal, and it's not like Crohn's where they have to like take out sections of your colon. Typically, it just makes you miserable for long periods of time, and um, you know, could be a lot worse. Sounds like we all have medical problems here. Caroline, I'm so sorry you're going through that. It's awful. Oh, Lynn, you're a great friend. Thanks for taking care of your friend. I get to see my friend tomorrow who's been fighting cancer, and her birthday's coming up, and she wants us to come over for a barbecue, and I haven't decided what I'm making yet, but she said she liked baked brie. I said, that's barbecue food? She said, it can be an appetizer. So we'll see. I I always go to Costco to get the brie because you can get a big one for really cheap. Um, I think, I don't know how late they're open tonight, but I'm tired. I don't want to go back out again. Hi, Jamie. Hi, Danny. Oh no. Service dog Lydia says, my elderly mother has been scammed multiple times since my dad passed. I am so sorry. I really worry about what's going to happen with my parents the older they get and if they'll start falling for things. Like, there was someone who imitated my email address. It was not me. And they sent an email about something that was seen on the show Shark Tank. And then my dad called me and said, hey, just want to let you know that thing, I don't think that's legit. That thing from Shark Tank. And I said, what are you talking about? That email you sent us. And no, I didn't send you an email about that. That's not even something I would do. Oh, Barbara, that's awful. Diverticulitis. Yeah, I have several loved ones who have that, and that's miserable. Oh, Jane, what's the scammer's number? He's in Nigeria. He does his scamming over email and Instagram and Google Hangout. You have a good weekend too, Otis. Oh, Caroline, that sounds awful. Heather's doing a great job protecting her mom. I can hear Sabrina playing with the ukulele downstairs and singing. Can you guys hear it? Oh, thank you, Shane. I'm doing better, and I had a CAT scan, I had the colonoscopy and upper endoscopy, and the only thing they found is my non-life threatening disease that I was diagnosed with when I was like 23. Um, as I mentioned, the military lost my records, and so I didn't have proof anymore of my diagnosis, and my mom ended up having the same thing and went to a specialist, and they actually did have some sort of treatment for her, but insurance would not give me the medication until I had proof of my diagnosis. I just really didn't want to go through another colonoscopy. And it took almost 3 weeks for my doctor to get back to me, and my husband said, what if they lost the labs? Oh my gosh. I could totally see that happening too. But luckily, that wasn't what happened. And my biopsy did take 2 weeks to come back last time, and my doctor was out of town for about a week. So I was his patient, and they didn't see any problems while they were in there. It was the biopsy that showed the disease. So, yeah, I'm not worried about dying now. Um, what I worry about is if I ever do get anything serious, I won't know. That actually happened to a friend of mine. He had Crohn's disease, and then when he ended up with liver cancer, he couldn't tell because he thought the pain or whatever symptoms he was having was because of the Crohn's. And so when I have a flare up that lasts an extra long time, I start to think, oh my gosh, what if it's something different and more serious this time? And I was freaking out thinking, are my kids going to be motherless? Did I wait too long? Because my friend was stage 4 by the time he found out he had liver cancer. And that was devastating. Actually, the first time I saw him after his diagnosis, I was at church, and I saw him out the corner of my eye dabbing his head with a cloth because he was sweating really bad. And normally he looks like this big football player, and I didn't recognize him because he had lost so much weight and was just wasting away. And so finally I looked more closely and I went, oh my gosh. It just did not realize that was him. And like my best friend's mom had just died of cancer, oh, I think less than a month before that, and I spent the rest of church crying. Hi, Jane. I'm in Washington State. It's much cooler here than Alabama, I'm sure. Thanks, Shane. That's a good point. Well, now I don't really feel like I have to worry. It's just the same old thing. And I was also worried that they wouldn't even show or find the original thing they found when I was in my 20s and then have to go through more tests. It just, I don't have time to keep going through these things, and it's expensive. I have way too many things I need to do. And my mom is down to 90 pounds and she's doing really bad right now. So I want to feel better so I can be more helpful to my parents. And her doctor said it could take up to 6 months for her to start feeling better. And I sort of feel like maybe she should be hospitalized. I don't know. I would assume she has regular appointments, and I would think they would know when it's time to hospitalize her, right? Sorry, Diana. Let's talk about something funny. Back to funny stuff. Okay. So, no, Jim, not really. All right, so if you just joined the live stream, I'm going to give you the email for Paul the Scammer again. It is paulanderson2040@gmail.com. And this is a scammer who got really nasty with me on Instagram. And I was just emailing him and I laughed at him. And yeah, I've just been messing with him a lot. So I imagine he's probably talking to quite a few people from that email address. And it would be fun if he had a difficult time sorting out who are the real victims and who's not. Hi, Sharon. Thanks so much. Thank you, Becky. Lucy says, read up, see the funny story I sent you. Okay. I don't know if I'm going to find it or not. I don't know how far up I have to go. I haven't gotten the school loan scam, but lately I have someone calling every day saying, "This is Lexi. I'm an employment specialist." And at first I thought it was real because I have a couple of sons who've been looking for jobs. And it's just one of those recordings. And if you don't say anything, it keeps asking, "Are you there?" And it might be one of those things where they're trying to record you saying yes so they can try to charge you for something that you didn't actually agree with. Oh, joke time? Okay, I'll tell you a joke that my aunt told me a long time ago. What's the difference between toilet paper and a shower curtain? Any guesses? Oh, thank you, George. Oh, JMJ says what? So you're the one. Isn't that gross? Ram says, I just finished emailing Paul from 7 of my different emails. What did you say to him? Okay, Irene's email is irresistibleirene@gmail.com. So if you want to forward me what you said to Paul, that would make my day. Rab says all kinds of things I cannot repeat here. Yeah, Heather, tell him he has a potty mouth. Thanks for repeating the Gmail, Heather. paulanderson2040@gmail.com. Make sure you, after a while, you mention that he's been banned from Instagram and that's funny. All right, I still don't know about the funny story that was left for me above. Oh, bye, Terry. Hope you have a good night, Terry. Jim says, there are 3 types of people, those that can count and those that can't. How old did Paul say he was? I don't remember, and I don't know if he did say, and I just read a scammer script today while making a video, and now I don't know if I'm mixing up the two. Hi, Leanna. Lucy, what's in all caps? Your story? What? I have to scroll so much. Uh-oh, now I just brought up the filter thing. You're sending the email to Kit Boga? Cool. I feel like I'm missing all sorts of stuff now. Rav, I can only imagine what you said. What you sent to Paul. I'm not sure if Jim Browning can do anything with Paul in Nigeria. They don't actually. I think they just use their phones and that's it. They don't have. You know, they're not very savvy there. Hey, Larry. Thanks so much. What kind of car will a female never be able to drive? I don't know. I can't get this filter thing. No. Let's do the dance party. Do you guys feel like dancing? And then we have Dream, Glamour. It doesn't look glamorous though. Got the old fashioned going on. Huh? You like this? Oh, next month it'll be spooky time. JMJ, what's the answer to the joke? Silver screen. So I've got this thing below that it gives me the options for filters, and it won't go away now. Oh man, so speaking of this thing right here. So my husband had this on the video recording thing on his laptop. And one time our kids were playing with it and we didn't know it. And they recorded for so long, it took up all of the space. And I couldn't get the thing to hardly start up. And luckily it finally did, and I was able to delete it. But I did put it on YouTube. It wasn't public, but I wanted to save it just because it made me laugh so hard. Jim says, maybe she's scamming us. Who's scamming you? I'm scamming you? Oh, I'm buffering? Is it because of the filters? Huh. JMJ said the answer to the joke. To what kind of car can a female never drive? A car that doesn't work. Thanks, Carol. Sorry about the buffering. Still buffering? Maybe this will make the thingy go away. Nope. Cancel. I want this box at the bottom of the screen to go away. Greg, true. Although I haven't driven a stick shift in quite a few years, and I used to own one, but I didn't really enjoy driving it. Am I still buffering? All right, let's make a documentary. Hi, Jolene. So what movie should I watch tonight? Do you guys have any recommendations? It's hard to come up with movies that my teenagers will like and also my 4-year-old. I hope lots of people write to Paul. I mean, I could start more accounts. I'll probably send him a message from my Brittany character. Do some laugh out loud, out loud, out loud, out loud. JMJ, who did you see today? Jamie, that's true. You can't please everyone. Oh, wow. This really brings out the dark circles under my eyes. Sorry, I can't stop playing with the filters because the thing won't go away. This one's called Glow. This is Crush. Pop. Blush. Thank you, Carol. I'm glad you enjoy my videos. Yes, Jim. I'm the one messing with the TV. Alright, this is normal. Because I'm normal. Trying to think of a really good movie that I saw recently. Let's see, what did I watch? Oh, this is not a good movie I saw recently. I watched Insidious. Have you guys seen that? I think that's what it's called. Insidious. Hi, Cade. Yes, I do live chat sometimes, but not as often as I used to, maybe. Ronaldo, yes, I am. I was baiting Paul, the disgusting romance scammer, and I still have a backlog of conversations to share. The romance scammer videos take quite a while to make. And I usually don't have enough quiet to do it. It picks up all the background noise in my house. Hi, Mr. Weed Wacky. Yeah, I agree, Kate. Says perhaps it takes itself too seriously, but it's a good and creepy horror movie. Yeah, it was pretty creepy. Once they brought in the specialist lady, the lady who specializes in creepy things, as soon as she started calling the whatever dimension the further, into the further, it just made me laugh. So dramatic and silly. Little pieces repeating the email for Paul. Paul Anderson 2040 at gmail.com. Weed Wacky is 440 there. Which scams do I get the most? I get credit card scam calls more than anything. I tend to get those all day long. And at least once a week, I get a call from the Social Security scammers, but I think at least half the time I'm not here to answer the phone and they don't leave a phone number. It says to press 1 to speak to someone. And then what's on the caller ID is not really the number they're calling from. But yeah, I love to speak to Social Security scammers, and I've only talked to a few, I think. But I had so much fun with them that one time when I actually went to Walmart and went through the McDonald's drive-thru and kept them on for over 2 hours. I really love to display just how stupid and they are. Mr. Mom is a good movie? Do you mean like the new, is there a remake of that? I always saw the one with Michael Keaton. Weed Wacky says there is a lot of scamming going on in the crowdfunding. What kind of crowdfunding? My friend Jennifer, she had a new album out, and I'm blanking on the name. There's this company that they owe her over $10,000, and they went under, and all these artists aren't gonna see their money, so they sent CDs and stuff to their fans who ordered them through. Why am I blanking on the name of this? This is so annoying. I've like retweeted this and everything. But yeah, that's sort of a crowdfunding thing. Thank you, Cade. Yeah, I'm having a good health day today, so it's great. Oh, the punchline to the what's the difference between toilet paper and a shower curtain? When the person says, I don't know what, you say, so you're the one. Get it? What is the name of that company that ripped off so many musicians? Like, there were articles on it, I think, in is it Rolling Stone, and oh, they're jerks. Meet the Fockers. I actually watched that in the middle of the night with my son. So he was having a medical problem, and I was up drinking my colon prep 3 in the morning, and I guess we'll watch a movie together and bonding. Rav, you just got it. A good movie is Das Boot. Boot, Das Boot. If it's German, it's Boot. Sorry about the buffering. It always does this eventually, and I wonder if it has to do with my battery getting lower. I don't know. Hi, Danny. Welcome back. Jolene says, we're the Millers. I should do a video about the company that ripped off musicians. Well, they're not going to rip off anyone else, though, because they're not going to exist anymore. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Yes, Greg, Mr. Mom with Michael Keaton. One of my absolute favorite movies is Dirty Rotten Scoundrels. It's hilarious. And yesterday, me and a friend were quoting So I Married an Axe Murderer. Oh my gosh. Have you guys seen that one? It's Mike Meyer, and he plays this, the main character, but he also plays his own dad in that, which this was before Shrek. So if you watch Shrek, it's, oh, hey, that's the the grandpa or the dad. Um, his dad's a very angry Scottish man, and someone says something about Kentucky Fried Chicken. I hate the Colonel with his wee beady eyes. And he calls this kid Head because his head is big. Actually, I don't know if his head is big or if it's just the hair. It's like, Head. That's how he pronounces head. Head. It's like an orange on a toothpack. And the mom is crazy. Has all these great characters. And his best friend, he's a cop, but he wanted it to be more like, you know, how it is on a TV show, and he wants his boss to be mean and insulting, but his boss is more like, somebody needs a hug, and he keeps trying to teach him good insults, and he complains that he's never held on to that bottom part of the helicopter. That's what he calls it, that bottom part of the helicopter. He wants his job to be more exciting, and when he's undercover, he kind of dresses like he's from Starsky and Hutch. So yeah, it was really funny when Shrek came out, and oh, Mike Meyer. It's Shrek is the dad. Freeway is a great movie. I haven't seen that one. I haven't heard of it either. Yeah, I love What About Bob Carroll. That's a funny one. Oh, what's my favorite part in What About Bob? I think when the doctor's choking and he starts jumping on him, and the daughter's going, maybe a little more with your knee. I have a friend who had shirts made just like What About Bob, and says, don't hassle me, I'm local. She always gets matching shirts made, like if she goes on vacation with her kids, like to Disneyland or something. Monty Python and the Holy Grail, classic. I kind of grew up on that one. Yeah, I like Bill Murray in Groundhog Day too. That's a great one. What is the airspeed velocity of an unladen swallow? I don't know. Nothing beats the coconuts, the the horsey sound. What's your favorite color? Blue. No, red. I love the Sir Robin song in the Holy Grail. Oh, also the rabbit. It is the rabbit with the sharp, nasty, pointy teeth. Well, I need to get going so I can go be fun with my family. Yeah, mainly I just was hoping that everyone would email Paul because he's a jerk. And maybe I'll still make the video about him, but I will have to edit out many things. Oh yeah, I like Ferris Bueller. I've only seen the edited version of the Breakfast Club, which actually makes it funnier. Thanks, Jim. I don't remember if I saw. I think I saw part of the Great Outdoors. I really love the movie IQ with Meg Ryan and Tim Robbins. Have you guys seen that one? It's so funny. It's like a great love story and lots of laughs. Okay, Jolene, I'll try to remember. Hi, Grampy Campy. I'm just getting ready to wrap this up, but thanks for coming. Mother's Day. I don't think I've seen Mother's Day, but I've seen the movie Mother, which is very funny. Has Albert Brooks and Debbie Reynolds, and he gets divorced and he decides to move back in with his mom and do sort of an experiment, and he's trying to figure out where he's gone wrong in life and why he has problems with relationships with women. And everywhere they go, his mom feels the need to explain everything to everyone. Like she thinks, oh, people are going to think it's really weird. I'm out shopping with my adult son. And so she says, this is my son. He's divorced. And he gets so sick of this, he marches her into a Victoria's Secret. I won't give away the rest. He's just trying to teach her a lesson as far as thinking everybody needs to know everything. All right. Well, thanks for joining me, and sorry if it took a depressing turn for people. It's like when people mention something terrible and medical they've gone through, I can't be like, oh, that's too bad. Let's keep being really funny. Um, yeah, just, I do have a heart. So, thanks so much for enduring all of the buffering. I know that's really annoying. Thank you, Rav. Black Christmas, awesome movie. Oh, speaking of Christmas movies, Mixed Nuts with Steve Martin, um, Madeline Kahn. Oh my gosh, I love Madeline Kahn. Adam Sandler. It's like an all-star cast, and oh man, it's deranged. And if you feel like your life isn't perfect at Christmas, just watch that movie. It'll cheer you up. Bunch of dysfunctional people. Thank you, Heather. Heather says, one last time, Paul Anderson 2040 at gmail.com. Um, Again, if you just got here, send Paul a special email from a decoy address and pretend to be his love because we want to make his email useless to him. I want him to have to dig and dig to figure out who are the actual people he wants to email him. And he's feeling bitter right now about being banned from Instagram. And he wouldn't even admit it. But I know he got banned from Instagram because I'm the one who got him banned. Because Instagram told me that my report led to his banning. And it actually only took them a few days this time instead of 48 weeks or more, which is what it's been for some of the scammers I've reported. Okay, well, for real, I have to go. It's been really nice chatting with you guys, and I'm really grateful for all the support. And also, I will keep all of you in my prayers who are struggling with so many hard things right now. So whenever go live, there's so many people um, who express that they have cancer or a loved one has cancer. Cindy mentioning that she had a stroke recently. Um, we're all going through hard things at one time or another, and it's great to be able to support each other. So anyway, thanks again, and I will talk to you guys later and hopefully have a couple new videos up next week. Have a good weekend.